On today's episode of Baker's Garage, I try a new Shiner beer. And it's pretty good, of course. And we just watched rain. Good morning, everybody. It is a Thursday at about 7 a.m. and it's perfect weather right now. We're supposed to get some rain later in the day. Today's a little interesting for me. Normally I do all of my own car part installation. Normally, I like to learn and do it myself. Well, in the interest of time and something that I haven't done before, the coilovers that I got are going to be installed by a local shop that a lot of autocrossers use, a lot of track users use, called Texas Track Works. And supposedly they're going to let me in, even though we're on quarantine. Just do a quick walkthrough, look around at their shop. Like I was saying earlier before I left the house, it's a little odd for me having somebody install things for me. It costs money, which I don't like spending on an installation that I feel like I could do myself, but there's going to be a lot of benefits to that. Instead of it maybe taking me a couple days or a couple evenings in the garage and a lot of cursing and frustration, it's going to be done in a day. So I'm going to get to enjoy them sooner, and everything's going to be adjusted 100% correctly. With me, coilovers are new, never had them before, and so the ones that I have, the preload is adjustable, and the ride height is adjustable through adjusting the preload. So they're on the middle spectrum quality, where the overall unit, the complete assembly, does not adjust the ride height at the bottom. It's part of the preload adjustment. And that means that ride quality can suffer, which is okay. I'm not looking to slam the car. I'm looking to just get maybe half of that wheel well depth cleaned up a little bit. By cleaned up, I mean lower it maybe an inch. I don't want to go lower than that because I don't want to be scraping, and I also don't want to sacrifice ride quality. And then after this, I'm on my way to drop off the car.
Wrong side of the shop to start on.
That's okay.
This is the dirty side, the fab side, all of our race car spares side.
The fab side is the fun side, bro.
The fun side. It obviously we have like a huge history with the E36,
right?
And so this was one of the endurance cars actually, and it's kind of been put away, obviously fully caged and prepped and all that, because we have a ton of history with it.
So one of my good friends works for Bavarian Motor Works up in North Richland Hills. Yeah, so he's one of their mechanics, and he's engaged to the owner's daughter.
Oh, he's in.
Yeah, he's in.
He's in for life now.
Absolutely. But he's helped me with some stuff that I've done on the car.
And then this is another fresh build. We actually did a motor swap, and that was a bit of a chore because it's all drive-by-wire and all that stuff too.
Right.
But it's fully prepped and ready for him to move around
tomorrow. Where are you taking it?
Yeah, we're setting the customer up, and he's going to go to the Crescent.
Okay.
10-4 Mini Cooper race car. And so I'm waiting on the transmission to get back from Canada of all places.
Do they have a big known place up there?
No, we were trying to get a custom straight cut gear set made for it.
Okay.
But nobody would do it. Quake wanted to sell us a like a $12,000 sequential.
You can pick up these Mini Coopers really cheap too.
And this one's fast as hell. He's like, we reclassed the car this year. Initially, when we started this past year, it was GTS 1, and then we put a larger supercharger in it and had a built motor done for it.
So it whines real loud.
Real good. It shoots flames and all that good stuff.
Very cool.
And it's kind of a legend around here in the mini world. The mini guys call Alan the mad scientist.
Okay.
Because he wanted to learn how to tune it himself. He's the older retired guy, so he learned how to tune it himself. And then it's got electronic dampers on it from Tractive. And so he was dialing in, and we were helping him, and he was helping us basically tune the electronic dampers on the car too. So it's a sight to see. Well, one of my favorite features is that we put the googly eyes on it, and we're about to throw a new set on it. But the googly eye is hilarious. I can imagine people in their rear view because they they shake. They do the shake thing. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know where you'd find googly eyes that big.
You find them on Amazon and or eBay.
Okay.
Where all great things are found.
Absolutely.
That's what you do. You find them there. We have absolute ton of Miatas. So
that's the most popular, common.
We've built a
sports car.
A bunch of them. We built 2-3 different spec Miatas this past year. We've had a couple different roll cage kits that we've welded in, drop pans, all the electronics and aim and all that kind of stuff.
Cool.
And then this side is like the main side of the shop. Tools replaced. You were having Colin, we got a Porsche key for you.
What's that?
We got a Porsche key for the Cayman.
Oh yeah. Sure.
And we're waiting on.
We get Gary to fix my shit.
Yeah. Waiting on the first alignment of the day. We just had a motor swap done in the E36 as well.
What motor did y'all put in there?
Same generation, but it's a 2.8 liter instead of the 2.5.
Okay.
So it's basically
a pretty big bump there then.
Yeah, it's a refresh.
Oh, and y'all are Motul dealer?
We are.
Nice. I use all Motul fluids and.
We do too, man. We've had a really good hit. Like all of the race cars get the 300V.
Yeah.
It doesn't work for street cars. Some of the additives that can like melt the cats with that.
I don't have cats, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, so yeah, the 300V we run. This is one of the spec Miatas that we support as well.
Yeah, I see. There's a couple Hondas out at the autocross events I've gone to. They've got y'all's sticker down the side.
Oh yeah, we've got pretty close to some of the autocross guys. It's just like the David Whiteners of the world that make all of his own shocks and stuff. We really like going back and forth with guys like that. There's a bit of R&D to go on.
With all the different valves inside of them?
That, and then just like his playing with different channels.
What happened here?
It's actually purchased as a
salvage title and.
Well, it was purchased from the auction. And the idea was that we were going to take motor and trans, bump it into like an E90 sedan, like a 330, 335 kind of thing.
Yeah.
And build a big, huge fendered race car out of it.
And that's been put on hold.
Yeah, sadly it did.
Okay.
But we actually started it like owns Zinc Works. They do Volkswagen and Audi. This gem is his, the YSR. Actually had a motor swap, and he just called us. He's like, "Hey, y'all doing scoot lunch?" We were like, "Yeah."
So you obviously don't have anybody that's 300 pounds.
No, I'm probably the closest to it. And we just have fun with them. They started out as like pit vehicles, and then from there it turned into something a little bit more.
Who's on the Triumph?
That is Forrest, actually. So Forrest has Triumph. He's got a couple bikes. I peeled off the 919 from him, and he ended up getting a sweet deal on the Hyper Ducati over there,
Okay.
and then that's his other bike. And they do him and Mason will do long trips actually on this.
Yeah, where I work is up by that Eurocycle off of 121.
Yeah.
And so my boss will go check that out. And one of my coworkers bought a Triumph 1200 probably about a year ago. And then he bought his wife a Triumph 900 like that, but in green. And so I don't have a motorcycle license, but he's like, hey, come on over. It just needs to be ridden. And so we'll go riding for a little while.
That's awesome.
I'll show up with my dirt bike helmet and my goggles.
That's how you got to do it.
Yeah.
That's how you got to do it. Yeah. I mean,
Y'all are definitely my kind of people. This is cool.
they have a blast on them. I mean, obviously, like the lights strapped to the front and all that. 'Cause
Yeah.
They did a trip out to Big Bend a couple months ago.
My boss is a Harley guy, and he did a trip from here to Vegas, and it snowed on their way there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, let's hope you have leather things, kind of.
Oh yeah.
Kind of
Absolutely.
But we're doing a little bit of everything, man. We end up working on a lot of GN.
It was at this point that I got distracted because they were also next to a Datsun shop, so I had to check out all the Datsuns. Cool little Datsun here. Very cool little Datsun. What do you think, folks? Should I do my best impersonation of the Datsun? Get a little 280Z. Yeah, these are so cool. My dad had one of these. Such a long hood. Like this one's, to me that looks like the Mustang Mach 3. Trivia question, what's the difference between the Z and the ZX? I can only get so close to this one. There's another car next to me. Isn't that color just fantastic though? Check out this color. Isn't that just fantastic? This is one of those cars that is good looking from just about any angle. I love this red. Not normally a fan of red cars. A huge thanks to Texas Track Works, John, Trent, Forrest, Frank the Shop Dog, and everybody else over there that worked on my car or spoke to me when I was there. I'm very happy with the H&R Coilovers and the overall look and the ride quality. It was a great decision. I suggest it to any Cayman owners, and go ahead and have Texas Track Works install it because it's going to be perfect the first time. Thank you for watching this episode of Baker's Garage. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell.